Okey-Dokey Jones and the Ring of the Sunbeams is definitely very creative, but to be honest, I didn't really enjoy this Rugrats episode very much. It's the second segment of the ninth episode of the eighth season, and I can't look past the fact that there's a monkey in a pet store. When we first begin this episode, there was a monkey, and I genuinely didn't know where they were. I assumed they were at a zoo. I hadn't read the plot description of this before watching it, and I kind of thought, okay, you're in a zoo, and then it turns out they're in a pet store, and I'm really confused as to why there's a monkey in a pet store. Is that a thing in some places? Let's hope not. So I kind of couldn't really look past that and thought it was a bit ridiculous. And it would have made more sense if this had been set in a zoo. They're actually in a pet store because Grandpa Lou's trying to find a bird for Lulu. And of course, he's distracted, so the babies go off on an adventure. And they have an adventure to try and find Lil's ring because Grandpa gives them those little prizes you get out of gumball machines. You know, when you get those plastic balls with a mystery object inside. And Angelica gets this little army figurine. Lil gets a beautiful ring. And Angelica wants the ring. And unfortunately, the ring flies away. And the babies are determined to find it because Lil gets really upset. And it's really heartbreaking to see Lil breaking her heart. And they then go into their imagination, and we see the imaginative play as they play it being Okey-Dokey Jones, whoever that is, and we see them on this quest. The actual costumes they wear during the imagination scenes are great, especially Angelica's. Very creatively designed, and I thought it looked pretty cool. And that aspect of it, I have to give them credit for. It actually worked quite well. But I don't generally care for the imaginative play episodes very much, and then because it's coupled with the fact that there's a monkey but they're in a pet store, I didn't buy into a lot of this. I didn't find it very convincing, but visually, it was very engaging. I have to say the design of the pet store was very good. I think there's a great attention to detail, and that all worked very well, but it wasn't an episode for me. I personally didn't care much for it. Emotional with Lil, creative with the costumes, and the pacing was very good. But for me personally, I don't like the imaginative play aspect. I don't like the fact that there's a monkey in a pet store. There were just too many things that didn't sit right with me. So unfortunately, Okey-Dokey Jones and the Ring of the Sunbeams, although creative, is not an episode I particularly cared for.